Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to episode 6 of the Sandler Files, where this week we are doing our head-to-head special. That is right, 2 movies for the price of 1. This week, me and my co-host Max watched Airheads and Coneheads. So, yeah. See you after these messages.
Oh, you married? Okay, sure.
Was Uncle being Vanilla Ice this whole time?
You want a piece of me?
This is me. This is how I win.
Good stuff.
Is that good?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know.
You want to do it again?
No.
You want to do it? We can do it again.
What would you change?
Try to be funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Wiggity wham wham hustle. How's it going out there, folks? You're listening to the Sandler Files on Rebel Radio.
Holy!
You can't say that.
Are we gonna include that part?
I mean, you know what? Never mind.
Well, okay, no, I'm sorry.
We can't include that now. Anyways, how's it going? Welcome back to the Sandler Files. I'm Jeremy Conte.
And I'm Max Dreesen.
Max, this week on the Sandler Files, we watched 2 movies.
The double head special.
I don't remember. Did we actually put these together on the wheel because they both said head
Absolutely.
in the title?
That's totally why.
Oh my god, we're such geniuses.
Airheads, Coneheads.
You have to watch them together.
Of course.
I feel like it was good, I guess, to watch them both at the same
They
time.
kind of pair.
In weird ways, like
Yeah.
it
They have
rhymes.
little connections.
But we'll get into that, I guess. I think first we're going to talk about Coneheads because we
Yes,
watched
great.
it first. So Coneheads, if you are not familiar, is a 1993 movie based on SNL characters who were these aliens that had cones for heads, and that is where the joke begins and ends.
No, listen. I noticed 2 jokes in the Conehead characters.
Okay, hit me
Okay,
with it.
these are the Conehead jokes.
Okay.
The first is that they talk in a really complicated way. They describe basic things with really complicated lingo. The second joke is that nobody cares that they're aliens.
Yeah.
Everyone's just fine with it. And
Well,
that's it. And
no
then
one
they
thinks they're aliens. They're just like, oh, they
Yeah.
just got weird heads.
And then they just stretch that over like...
An hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Ugh. So this movie stars Dan Aykroyd and he was the writer, or one of the writers.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of the central figure of it, the central alien. And I don't know, like this is the dude who made Ghostbusters, you know? And this is
I don't know.
This is
I
this
don't
movie.
know about my opinions on Dan Aykroyd.
yeah.
He's funny sometimes. I like him in a bunch of stuff, but then also I really don't like him in a bunch of other stuff.
Also, he's a weird dude.
Yeah.
He's just a weird guy.
He's a crazy guy.
But Canadian legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jane Curtin is also in it. Michelle Burke, Chris Farley, David Spade, and of course, our boy Adam Sandler has a brief cameo. But it was a spot of light in this otherwise
It was
dismal
like
film.
50 seconds of screen time.
I was so happy.
Yeah. Also, don't forget Jason Alexander and Michael Richards from Seinfeld.
Jason Alexander was in it a lot, actually. Good for him. He had hair.
Yeah.
I was confused.
They
I didn't
hair
recognize
piece.
him at first. You were instantly like, that's Jason Alexander.
No, legend.
So what are your thoughts on Coneheads, Max? Hit me with them.
Oh God, I don't know. It was annoying, kind of.
Yeah.
It's pretty annoying. At first, it's like, okay, I get it. I get the joke. Where are they gonna take it? They don't take it anywhere.
No, it's just the same joke over and over again in different circumstances. Yeah. In my opinion, Coneheads is a movie that like wallows in its mediocrity, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I'm sure the first few appearances on SNL were probably good. It was probably funny.
I don't see how this joke was ever that funny.
No?
To get
I
a
think
movie?
audiences
to get a
probably
movie?
loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
This movie was like critically panned at the time.
It
Or do you
was.
mean the sketch?
The sketch.
Oh, yeah, I mean maybe. I
That's
didn't
I
live
think
through it.
SNL, they do a bunch of sketches. If the fans like it, they do the sketch again. If they keep liking it, hey, let's make a movie out of it.
I don't think SNL has ever been funny. That's my fan theory. I think
we have not watched SNL.
I mean, I've watched some of the modern stuff. Never when I've been alive has anyone been like, "Oh, did you catch SNL?" You know? It just exists because it's an institution.
I think it's on the out. It's out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't like if SNL ended, I'd be like, "Oh, that's sad because it existed so long," but I'd also be like, "Good, now someone has to try."
Yeah.
If they want to be the sketch comedy like show, you know?
It really just seems like effortless. Like
Yeah. It's really sad. And this movie's really sad.
it is.
I don't know. I had a bit of an existential crisis watching this movie.
Yeah, you were not enjoying it. I kind of enjoyed just the fact that this existed again. It's one of those movies that you can just revel in the fact that, oh my god, they spent so much money to get this on screen, and now it's in front of us here.
I want you to follow me on my journey as I was watching this movie.
Yeah.
So I tried at first. I was like, yeah, this could be weird and funny and unique. But then as I watched it, I realized it was just like the most baseline comedy film maybe ever made.
Yeah.
I just thought, this is the guy who, like, he came up with the idea for Ghostbusters. Like, this is Dan Aykroyd, you know?
Yeah.
He's no slouch. And he made this. Is that what being an artist is, Max? You make one good thing, or one or two good things, but eventually you're gonna fail. Eventually you're gonna make something that lets the universe know that even though you left your mark, you were still fallible. You were still just a dust speck in the void, you know? You're screaming in the history books trying to make something that will outlast you, and then you make Coneheads. Is that what this career amounts to, Max? Is that what you do? You pour your love and passion and time into something, and it comes out as Coneheads.
You would be a good writer for one of those Rick and Morty episodes.
Where they
take themselves super seriously.
I'm just I was so miserable. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
this is one of the worst.
It was
viewing
stupid.
Experiences.
It's stupid comedy.
It's not even stupid though. It's just not funny. Who is this?
Dumb.
Who's the market? Who does this appeal to? Dan
SNL
Aykroyd?
fans, SNL fans, celebrity fans. This is star-studded.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Every other scene, there's some new celebrity popping in,
and it's insane.
Sinbad was in this. Can you
Sinbad.
believe it? They got Sinbad.
It's kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. For the plot of this movie, there is no plot. What we described as the plot: they are aliens. They come down to Earth. They try to blend in. They have a daughter. The movie ends.
Well, there's also their home planet wants them to take over Earth. Jeremy, I think you're missing the point a little bit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, they go back to their planet, and some goofs, some hijinks take place. He fights that weird monster.
Reblak or something?
They fight...
The Gremlak.
Dan Aykroyd fights the Gremlak, which is like a stop-motion Star Wars creature.
A lot of the comedy in this movie is like, listen to this weird alien name. Not to name drop Rick and Morty twice in one episode, because I don't think it deserves it. But it's the same kind of comedy where it's just like, here's a funny word that is not human, and we're gonna say it, and that's a joke.
Yeah.
No. No.
I
I defy you, Dan Aykroyd, to be funny again.
My God.
Please, God.
Oh my God.
I'm
now? You think he's gonna do something now?
Yeah, God, please stop.
the 90s.
Stop shilling vodka on the internet and do something.
Genuine crystal filtered vodka.
If you haven't seen Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka enterprise, look into that. It's a time
He's
and
a
a
weird
half.
dude. He believes in all these conspiracy theories too.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, look, I like a conspiracy
I respect
theory.
him. I've seen the man's cottage.
What?
All right. He has a cottage up in Muskoka, and I saw it.
Oh, did you stalk him? Do you work for TMZ?
Yeah.
So let's go to our ratings for Coneheads, because I don't have much to say about it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spend
I've-
a long time on it.
Yeah.
It is a nothing movie. Don't watch it. Don't spend your time on it.
Yeah.
It is not worth it.
If you grow super attached to the SNL characters,
Why? Why would you? Why are you watching SNL from the 80s?
I might be good. We haven't seen it. We can't judge that. It's the heart of comedy is SNL. I prefer SCTV. All right.
Thank you, good
But
Canadian
that's all.
boys.
But that's all.
I'm gonna give this movie a 1 out of 10 on every possible scale that we have ever created.
Oh my God.
Can I give a 0 out of 10? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can do that.
0. This is one of the worst movies I've ever sat through. I hate this movie.
I can't believe it hit you that hard.
I was so miserable.
Jeez. Yeah, I'll get like 2 out of 10.
Why make this? Just why? Why did they do this?
The money.
I have a problem with Dan Aykroyd now. I didn't before.
Yeah?
I think his like little being into psychic stuff is cute. Like I like to, read into that because it's interesting. It's like, whoa, what if? But you know what, Dan Aykroyd? You're a husk of a man. I don't care for you very much.
Jeremy.
Dan Aykroyd's
Jeremy.
canceled. I hate Coneheads.
Okay.
No one mentioned Coneheads in front of me.
All right, man.
This is gonna be on the bottom of my scale for all time.
I don't believe it. We'll find worse.
Look, it's not like terrible. It's just it's so nothing. It's like a tepid glass of water.
No, it's nothing. Every joke you see in this movie has been done before. It's like
Better.
that's completely guessable. There's nothing creative.
Like
It's
just At least The Room or like Jack and Jill are so bad you can find entertainment in them. This movie just exists. It is just
Yes.
It is an aspect of human culture that adds nothing to us as a species.
Yeah.
And it is sad that it got made.
I feel I can find some enjoyment out of the mediocre.
Mediocrity is like my least favorite thing. I'd rather you fail brilliantly than
Yeah.
be just like completely unremarkable in every way.
That's very fair, actually.
Anyways,
Yeah.
let's do trivia for Coneheads. Play the
Okay.
theme.
You got the trivia up there?
Yeah, I got the trivia for Coneheads. Number 1, French people didn't like that the Coneheads said they were from France. The French distributor of the film was like, "Can you not like make fun of France?" And they were like, "We weren't making fun of France. We just say they're from France." And the French people were like, "We're not gonna play this movie in France if you don't take this out." And the producers were like, "We're not taking it out." And they were like, "Oh, okay." It's a fun little
Great.
story.
That's
There's a little
pretty funny.
standoff.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't really make fun of
No,
French
I don't see what there is
people.
to be offended about.
In the movie, they just ask like where the Coneheads are from, and they just say, "Oh, we're from France."
Yeah, every time.
So it's just a place.
Yeah, they
that
just
is
need a
not
place
the
to say
US.
they're from.
Yeah.
And then at one point, Dan Aykroyd speaks French pretty well because he's from Canada. So it's funny.
I think they gave the French some.
It's
some
not
respect.
funny. I don't know why I said it's funny. It's
Oh my
not
God.
funny.
Hey, Freudian slip.
Second, trivia piece on Coneheads.
Yes.
This is the film debut of Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. Oh,
I was so glad you didn't mention her because this is
No.
my whole trivia. Yeah, this is her first movie role.
Really.
Yeah.
Was she even known at this point at all?
Yeah, okay, yeah. She was known. She was a stand-up comic.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
But
so.
like, this was her first. It was also the first film role of Drew Carey from Whose Line.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was a couple people's first movie roles, but like yeah, I don't think her show must have been around this time. Like she had a sitcom called
Yeah.
The Ellen Show or something. So it was around this time, but yeah, this was her first movie role.
You know, I think this movie does something really bad, which is cameos.
Mm-hmm.
They have Adam Sandler cameo, Ellen DeGeneres cameo, Sinbad, a bunch of people with little tiny roles, and who are very funny people. Like they're all comedians, and they don't tell a single joke in this movie.
No.
They're not a funny character. They're just a character to move the plot so that the Coneheads can say something funny.
I don't think anyone tells a single joke in this movie, Max. I don't.
No, I guess not.
Oh, also Chris Farley, who's in it. That's another like big comic who's in it.
Oh, yeah.
He is like a grown man dating a high schooler, but you
Yeah.
know that's not really touched on. But I had a problem with that.
Jeremy was crying.
I was punching my pillow. I was saying, "How could he do this?"
Yeah.
Number 3, my final piece of trivia.
Ooh.
There were Coneheads action figures that were released to coincide with the film's release, and I really want one. The box art of them was like really funny, and it just like would be a weird thing to have.
We should get.
I think we should look into buying one. I think that would be funny. We'll post it on Twitter.
Coneheads were big.
No, I
They
doubt
had
they
action
sold well.
Jeremy, Coneheads were massive. I think they're one of the most famous SNL bits.
Maybe, huh?
We didn't do our research here.
We should watch the original bit. We'll post on Twitter if we manage to grab the action figures.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Coneheads trivia. Max, Google reviews.
Yay.
Hit me with it.
No,
The theme. The
oh,
theme.
Okay.
My boy Matthew, 11 months ago, left a 5-star review.
Hit me with it, Matthew.
He said, "This is best movie ever created. I love it. I watch it at least 3 times a day. I think that's a joke." But he also says, "Adam Sandler didn't get enough screen time!" Exclamation point. Matthew knows what the people want. Okay?
I can agree with that.
If Matthew was a producer on this film, I'm telling you, it would have been a success.
Thank you, Matthew.
Adriana also says, "I love Conant Head Dissect, the best movie I never watched, and yeah, so you guys should like it too, because it's very good in the movie. It's just the ending is a good ending, like never ever looks like what someone loves. Nobody loves the end to the movie, both of the hearts." And I thought that was really poignant, and that really stuck with me, so I just wanted to
I think so.
have her words.
Sound like I blacked out during that.
Maybe. It was really beautiful. It was like Shakespearean. Did you not get that?
No, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with me.
That's
Call the
that's
doctor.
Coneheads. I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's a waste of space.
Okay, we're done with Coneheads.
Okay, let's talk about Airheads. That's my air guitar. Did
That
you
was
like
good.
that?
That was
Did you
good.
like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I liked Airheads.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It was much better. Like after Coneheads, I was like
Yeah.
so thankful for
It
its
was very
existence.
enjoyable. What a strange main cast.
Right? Hey, tell us about the cast, Max.
Now, Airhead stars Brendan Fraser Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi as the main characters.
Like the trio, like the three
Yeah.
musketeers of this movie are
They are
those
three young rockers in LA.
Trying to make it big, trying to live the dream, trying to have it all, Max.
They want to play their demo on the radio station.
How
And
many of us don't wanna do that?
The man is not letting them.
The man won't back
Sick
down.
of the man. Sick of the man.
This movie is about the heart of rock and roll, man. It really gets into it. So if you are a rocker and you want to make it in the industry, here's the steps that this movie lays out for you so that you can become like their band in the movie, the Lone Rangers, and have a first album that sells triple platinum.
Yeah.
Here are the steps as follows. Attempt to get your demo played at a label. The label says, we don't take unsolicited demos. Go, oh man, buy some toy guns at the toy store. Go to a radio station. Try to get your demo tape played there. When the radio station says we don't take unsolicited tapes, take everyone at the radio station hostage with your fake toy guns.
Yes.
Then, slowly but surely, befriend all the crew members of the radio station as they are your hostages. Maybe even seduce a few of them. Then, you get them to agree to play your tape on the air, but you destroy the tape. Then, the cops get called. So, what happens next is, you tell the cops your demands for the hostages is to get the other copy of the tape that your ex-girlfriend has. But your ex-girlfriend threw it out of a moving car, and it's destroyed. So, what happens is, the thing is, this story is blown up because everyone knows that the radio station is under hostage control now. So there's a huge crowd of people at the radio station because you represent the spirit of rock and roll, taking
Young
people hostage.
rockers.
Yeah, you're sticking it to the man. So, what happens is, you tell the police, we want a full set, stage, amps, music, lights, guitars, bass, all of it. You tell them you want to put on a show because you have the crowd there.
Yeah.
You go out there, man. You get ready for your show, but you find out that the scheming record label that you just signed to because they love your punk rock attitude wants to just film a video. They're going to lip sync the whole show. So you destroy the equipment on stage in front of everybody. The crowd screams, they love you, and then you go to prison for 6 months. But after that, you have a triple platinum selling record.
And it's that easy, ladies and
that
gentlemen.
easy.
And with these 25 steps, you too can be a rocker when rock is dead.
I think we're going to follow these steps, Max.
I think so.
I didn't want to be a rock star before I watched this movie, but it really won me over to the lifestyle.
I didn't know taking people hostage was such a big part of it.
I didn't know it could be so fun. You could make lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just seems so easy.
So that's this movie's plot in a nutshell. I can't believe I got through that all.
That was incredible.
I was
yeah,
losing
I was
it.
amazed by that.
It's basically Die Hard, but
Yeah.
about rock stars, and you're on the kidnapper's side, which is kind of interesting.
And Kramer.
Oh
again,
yeah, do you
Kramer,
want to tell about the Kramer subplot, which I didn't.
Kramer
talk
is
about.
also in this movie. He works at the radio station, and he hides while the rockers are taking everyone hostage. And he's crawling around the vents the whole movie,
like John McClane.
like John McClane from Die Hard.
Yep.
And he's kind of the inside guy for the FBI.
Yeah.
And after a while, they give him a gun, and that doesn't turn out too well for him.
Doesn't
He
end up
loses the
well for
gun.
Kramer.
Yeah. Kramer, pretty much, it's just like Home Alone, almost.
Mm.
He crawls around the vents and back rooms of this radio station and gets in all this wacky mischief, like lighting himself on fire or getting sucked into a fan or something like that.
It's like Home Alone and it's like the exact middle point between Home Alone and Die Hard. This movie.
Yeah.
Like it's like if
I've never seen anything like this.
What about Home Alone and or Die Hard?
Never something that put them together, and also was about
The spirit of
the
rock
spirit
and roll.
of rock and roll, dude.
Yeah, I actually, it's weirdly like enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not like a fantastic movie. Don't
Don't go in expecting anything crazy.
don't like go out of your way to watch
Yeah.
this movie. But
It's just really dumb fun.
yeah,
and I'm
especially
totally okay
if
with
you've
that.
just watched Coneheads. It's really
It's
it's a nice
breath
little
of fresh air.
Yeah, it wasn't super unique. It wasn't doing anything crazy, but it was just like it was fun. You like the main cast. The characters aren't particularly likable, but like it's just because it's it's Brendan Fraser and it's Adam Sandler and it's Steve Buscemi. You're just like, yeah, this is an awesome trio to have on screen together.
And we got Chris Farley back.
Yeah, Chris Farley's
well.
in this too.
Yep, as a police officer, Ernie Hudson from
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
so he's back.
back.
We've had 2 Ghostbusters tonight. We've had double Chris Farley. We've had
And
double
Harold Ramis.
Yeah, 3
also makes it-
Ghostbusters.
We have had 3 of the 4 Ghostbusters appear in these films. Harold Ramis shows up for a little cameo.
And both movies had Chris Farley and both movies had Kramer. So it's kind of it was weird that like there was enough connections that it was kind of good we watched them together.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Sandler's really young in both, but it's like he didn't really perform in Coneheads, but in Airheads, he was real young. He wasn't doing like a big character, like a lot of bits.
I like this low key, like this kind of Adam Sandler who doesn't
Steal the spotlight.
he doesn't steal the show. He doesn't think highly of himself and his characters. I really like this Adam Sandler a lot better.
Yeah, this phase has been like we've hit a few in a row now where he's young, and I've really been into the vibes we've been getting.
He doesn't have a huge ego at this point.
No,
and I feel that's probably why he shot up there.
Do you think he has an ego now? Have you seen the way he dresses?
That's fair. That's fair.
I think I don't know. Maybe he got an ego for a bit there, but I liked young Adam Sandler when he was like. It seems like he's like around his comedy heroes, and he's just like willing to. He's rising up through the ranks, and you can see him earning his stripes. It's really cool. Airheads. It's fine. It's a fun time.
I thought it was good. Kind of like Shakes the Clown.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I wanted to say. It's very. I'd say quality level almost like. Maybe a little lower than Shakes the Clown, just because it's a little less unique.
Yeah.
But I'd put it. It's in that vibe and that kind of. You haven't really heard of this movie, but it's worth kind of remembering. Yeah, I'd say.
Yo, I think so. It's unique enough, and it's better than most of the Adam Sandler films.
Oh, for sure.
That we've seen,
like the Happy Madison stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So what would you rate Shakes the Clown, Max?
Shakes the Clown?
Oh, what would you rate Airheads?
Shakes the Clown 10 out of 10.
No. Sorry.
Airheads.
I'm really tired.
All good. I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, maybe a bit more. 8.
I'd give it a 6.538 because to me it was like I wasn't really into it at first, and then I got into it in the middle, and then it overstayed its welcome a little bit.
Yeah,
that was kind of my journey.
Go on a bit longer.
Yeah, but 6.57, I can do that. 8 is high. I don't know about that.
I don't. My scale's all over the place.
Okay, and what about the Sandler scale?
On the Sandler scale?
Yeah, I'd give it like an 8 on that for sure.
I'd give it an 8 on Sandler. Yeah, very enjoyable Sandler character.
All right, we gonna do Airheads trivia.
Yes, I got the Airheads trivia right here.
Play the trivia theme again. We're hearing it again. 2 times 1 episode. Woo woo! Nice. You better have done a good job with trivia. I trust you.
Yes, I do. Okay, there's a lot of like little tiny trivia tidbits for this movie.
I'm excited. Hit me with.
Not gonna list them all, but there's a bunch of little references.
Okay, never mind. Don't hit me with them.
Okay, sorry. So the Lone Rangers hit single. Sorry, my bad. Degenerated. The song they play is actually a song by the 1980s punk group Reagan Youth.
Oh, really?
So they didn't make that for the movie. That's just an actual song.
That makes me feel bad because I didn't think the song was that good.
No.
I was like, this is fine.
So in this movie, we've talked about the Die Hard connections.
Oh, right? Is this... You said this... Okay,
when I was watching this, I thought... Whenever they show the cops outside, the building behind them looks just like Nakatomi Plaza, the building from Die Hard.
Yeah.
And in that movie, it is a hostage standoff outside of this building where you constantly cut back to cops talking on the radio outside of this building.
Yeah.
And it is that building.
I'm so proud of you for noticing that, because Max said that, and I was like, oh, it could be. I didn't want to bring it up in case it was accurate in trivia. Good job, Max.
No, it is
you're
right.
You're
an
eagle-eyed.
Fox Plaza.
You're an eagle-eyed critic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hit me with another. I want more trivia. I'm not fed yet.
Okay, all right. First film with Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi.
Ooh, they've done a lot together.
Yeah, so this is their first time ever working together.
And we've seen their most recent collaboration, Hubie Halloween. Check out episode 1 of the podcast.
That's right.
Plug.
And this is the only time Adam Sandler has worked with Brendan Fraser.
Really?
They never worked.
I wish they'd collab
That's why it's
more.
kind of weird to see
They're
them
a magical
together.
duo, you know?
Yeah.
Because I love Brendan Fraser, and I love Adam Sandler. So them together, it's like PB and J.
Another little trivia here.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in the film, Chris Farley says, "Great, grand, wonderful." I don't remember when.
Okay.
But
it's actually at 53 minutes and 14 seconds.
Oh. But that line is used again in Billy Madison, which came out a year later.
Wow.
Like he says the same line.
Chris Farley says the same line?
Yeah.
Chris Farley's in Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Billy Madison.
I always confuse Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore anyway, so I don't really know which one we're talking about.
I'm excited to get around to those. I haven't seen
those two are good. I like
time.
them.
Yeah, well, that's all the trivia.
I loved that. Thank you, Max.
No problem.
What else we got? Do we got any Google reviews for
Oh,
Airheads?
we do have Google reviews. Let's play the theme.
Cut that. That was
No, we're leaving that. No, we're leaving that.
Such a gross noise. No, cut it.
I can't believe you made that sound, but all right, here we go.
Oh God.
Okay.
What's the Google review say?
I couldn't find anything good on Google, Jeremy.
Oh,
I want to admit I won't admit to the audience. I
Oh
couldn't
my
find
god,
anything
where'd you
good
get
on
your new source?
RottenTomatoes.com audience reviews.
Well, we know we can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. They're paid for by Big Pharma. Yeah. But okay, I'll listen to it. My ears are open.
Yeah, let's open our ear one time and let's judge Gene M on his submission here. Gene says, I enjoyed all the rock and roll jokes, and the way this movie is just so awesome. A gem, and I love young Sandler in this movie. He is easy to fall in love with and easy to laugh at. Great movie. I recommend in 2020.
Gene, you are on my wavelength, my guy. I love how all these reviews mention Adam Sandler specifically. We all know why we're here, people.
Absolutely. And this guy's going places. That is modern poetry at its finest.
I love that. I love how he kept bringing back easy, like that wordplay. I think, Gene, if you want to... I'm a humble critic. I'm just a student, and you're clearly the master. But I think maybe if you had said, while you were listing off all the things he's easy at, if you'd said easy on the eyes, that might have...
Don't try to correct Gene.
You know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I overstepped my bounds. I apologize.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. You know what? That was... God. Max,
We're going to have to talk about that after, because that is borderline unacceptable.
I try so hard to have biting commentary. I'm sorry.
That's rude. Okay.
That was Google Reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I loved Airheads. Watch Airheads
if
you get the chance.
It's a little weird because it's like all about that rock aesthetic, like that late 80s. Yeah, rock. And this came out like mid 90s.
Yeah.
When rock was super lame.
Yeah. Also,
and grunge was coming out, like Nirvana and stuff like that, which was against this rock. There's always some new counterculture that hops up and says the old one's lame.
Yeah, like clowncore.
Yeah, clowncore.
Or ska. When's the ska movie coming out?
There's probably ska movies.
We should make one. I feel like Shakes the Clown you could edit into a ska movie really easily.
Anyways, part in a ska movie.
I think this movie would be like a really good like Spirit of Rock movie if School of Rock didn't exist. But that's just my 2 cents.
Okay.
I said this to Max during the movie.
I know.
He was not happy.
Well, we all know you love School of Rock.
I do love School of Rock.
And I'm sick of it.
Okay, sorry, Max.
It's good. I haven't seen it in a long time.
We should watch it.
Okay.
First, we gotta watch Pirates of the Caribbean because you haven't seen it, and it's gross that you haven't seen it. We're gonna watch the first one. Anyways, let's move on to Sandler.
All right.
Play the theme.
Sandler.
Wow, what a theme. All right.
Incredible.
This week on Sandler, what we got, Max? I'm just kidding. I have the things that we got, so you don't know.
Okay. Oh, I was scared there. I was put on the spot for a second.
Number 1 item on my list here, Wonder Woman 1984, going straight to streaming.
Yay.
This is a big deal in my opinion. I don't know. I was shocked by this.
I don't know.
It's dropped for so Disney.
Well, I mean, you're paying for the streaming service.
I know, but Disney did the thing with Mulan where it cost $30 extra.
And it probably didn't sell.
No, apparently it sold really well. Like they're doing it again. Maybe
this might be like Warner Brothers' plan to kind of one up Disney and go like, hey, look at that.
It's true.
You don't have to pay for our big releases on streaming.
Well, so it's coming out on streaming and theaters on the same day, and it's for free on streaming.
And you have to pay for theaters.
Yeah, but
I hope movie releases go this way.
It's 2 weeks exclusive on streaming, or 2 weeks on streaming, and then it goes 2 weeks theater exclusive, and then it's back on streaming.
That's weird.
Right? So it's in theaters that whole time, but it goes on for 2 weeks, off for 2 weeks, and then back on, I think is the schedule. I don't know. I think it's really interesting that like so many places are pivoting hard into streaming. Because I don't think you can make a $250 million movie on a streaming service. You know?
Yeah. I'd like for that to be the case, but
I don't think it's feasible.
Yeah.
Especially with so many of them. So I mean I know COVID and everything, but it's just an interesting experiment, and I'm curious to see how it works out.
Yeah. It would be great if they make money from that. But
if you're here in Canada, it's going to be on Crave, so you'll get that on December 25th. Look forward to it.
I ain't paying for Crave.
I have it. I won't give you my password. That's illegal.
Okay. And I won't download it off of sketchy website.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of COVID, we didn't talk about this, but I've been thinking about this for a while, and I just kept forgetting.
Talk about this last time.
We forgot to bring it up several times in a row. Michael Bay has a movie coming out called Songbird.
Oh my god.
That is the most tone-deaf thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's so weird.
This movie takes place 5 years in the future, and COVID has mutated. It's like COVID 23 now.
I can't believe they're making a COVID virus movie.
This early. It's way like they would have put this in production in like
People
May.
are literally dying now from this disease.
Yeah.
And they're making a Michael Bay movie out of it.
So it stars KJ Apa from Riverdale, and he's one of the immune, so he can move around the city all he wants because he's immune. But the idea is it's like you're locked in your house if you're not immune, and then like if you get infected, people come and like abduct you from your home. I don't think this movie should come out in the context where so many like truthers are out there being like COVID is a conspiracy, the government is using
into
it.
that absolutely. Listen. I don't think this movie should come out.
Yeah, I agree. No,
I think
it's gross in any context.
This movie is. I imagine they had the script.
Yeah, I imagine it wasn't about
before this
COVID.
happened.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a pandemic horror or like thriller movie.
Yeah, and now this happened, and they go, "Oh, perfect. Let's make it about this real virus." And
it's gross.
I get
dude.
this gross feeling that some big record producer, because
record.
not
You're in the
movie producer,
Airheads mindset,
sorry,
my
yeah,
guy.
I'm Airheads. Some movie producer thought like, let's try and make the government look bad so that we can open our movie theaters again and start making the moolah again.
Really?
Because
That's evil.
The message this sends is like the government is wrong. Don't stay locked down. They're gonna come kill you.
I wouldn't be shocked if this movie ends with the twist of like it was engineered. I would not be surprised in the slightest.
That would totally fit.
And that is so dangerous. It's so dangerous right now to say this whole movie is so dangerous to put out in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my diabetes. Uh-oh. This movie's... Sorry, diabetes alert. This movie, yeah. I don't think it should exist. I don't know why more people aren't, like, upset about it. I guess I don't want it to get more exposure, though, because then it's, like, bigger.
But, yeah, I didn't hear anything about this. This is fairly, like...
Yeah, I think
under
I
the
told
radar.
you about it, right? Yeah.
It didn't have a lot of views.
I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel
They got
so
Craig
weird.
Robertson for it as well.
Oh, yeah, Daryl from The Office is in
Yeah.
it. The Pontiac Bandit, yeah.
And I love him. Everything he's in. He's always a lovely guy, but...
I have to feel like he was signed up before, and then they were
Yes.
just like, we're adjusting it. Yeah, it's gross, and it just makes me feel skeevy. I
Yeah,
don't
watching
like
that whole
it
trailer,
exists.
it was like, oh, ew, really?
Why are they doing this? Yeah,
It's clear. I just feel there's some weird agenda behind it to open movie theaters up. That is my theory.
you know what? Everything's a weird agenda with you, Max. You know, I'm tired of the conspiracy theories, man. Who are you, Dan Aykroyd?
Well, look, let me tell you, I had a very interesting situation with a vision. I might call it a vision. It was probably real, though, where a ghost came up to me in the night. He approached me in my bed, and he took my covers off and pulled down my pants, and let me tell you what he does next.
We cannot say that.
Why?
It's a scene from Ghostbusters.
Insert the scene from Ghostbusters.
I don't think you can say that.
Dan Aykroyd really thought that happened to him, though.
Wait, what?
You didn't?
I didn't
Did
know
you
about.
not know that?
Did he? That was a real thing.
That was based on a real thing.
Dan Aykroyd, man, you are an interesting person.
He's a wild guy.
I love him, but I hate him. It's a painful existence.
I love Dan Aykroyd still.
That's great. I'm happy for you too.
He made a lot of money from that.
He did.
He did.
Update on Kermit Gate. Last week
Yes.
we were talking a little bit about the Muppet movie and how we missed when there was like a post Jim Henson voice that was good, and then now the Kermit voice that's like right now is terrible.
It's the worst Kermit ever.
And I did a little looking into it, and I found out that they fired the guy who was. So Jim Henson gave this guy his blessing to be, or Jim Henson's family gave this guy his blessing to be Kermit after Jim Henson.
And understandably, he's a great Kermit.
Yeah, and he's a great puppeteer just generally.
Yeah.
His name's Steve Whitmer. And when they were doing the ABC 2013 TV show The Muppets, which is just like The Office but with Muppets, and it's not funny.
Good, yeah.
Kermit was like, kind of cheating on his new pig girlfriend with Piggy. He was lying a lot, and they kind of made him a little Michael Scott-y. And Steve Whitmer was like, man, this is not the spirit of the character. Like, I don't agree with this direction. Which is true.
Kermit is Jim Henson.
Kermit is just like a warm... He is an ideal.
Yeah.
He's a felt ideal, okay? Yeah. I'm very serious about Kermit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm upset about that.
The Muppets are, like, in my mind, the most, like, sacred IP.
Yeah.
And ever since... Like, I feel like post... The Muppets Most Wanted movie, Disney has been like burning them to the ground, and it really
they don't know
upsets
what
me.
they're doing. Whoever's in charge of that is absolutely just ruining it. Yeah.
And so yeah, they fired him because he and he didn't even speak up publicly. He just talked to them about it, and they fired him for it. They were like, "You're not on board. You're fired." And they hired a new guy who, no hate to the new guy, like it's not his fault he was hired for this role. He's just not a good Kermit voice.
No, yeah.
There's a million guys who could do a better Kermit voice. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It just really upsets me.
So audience, send in your Kermit impressions.
Yeah, we're gonna play them and we're gonna rank them and we're gonna
Yeah.
pick the. Disney has given us the go A-OK, go ahead. We're gonna pick the new Kermit. So next week on the Sandler Files, Kermit Star Search.
Yep.
Final piece of trivia, Max. Trivia. I mean news.
Trivia.
Because we didn't watch anything this week.
Yeah.
Final piece of news. Ari Aster. I don't know if you know who that is. He directed Hereditary and Midsommar.
Oh, okay.
I love him. I love Midsommar. Have you seen either of those?
I saw Hereditary.
Oh, okay. What did you think?
Spooky.
Nice. Good review.
Yeah.
He has a new film coming out. He said he wasn't going to do horror anymore. He said he wanted to do a horror comedy. But this seems like a straight horror. It's called Beau is Afraid. And it stars our good old friend Joaquin Phoenix
Oh.
as Beau, I think. I'm assuming. Here's his character description for you. Beau is a socially awkward loner who has a weird relationship with his mom and doesn't know his father. Does that remind you of any? Does that make you think of any? If you scratch your noggin, can you think of any
I can't believe
recent
that.
Joaquin Phoenix roles that might have some similarities to?
Hey, wow! I wonder if he's been typecast forever.
Why? Why?
Joker was like the most successful movie ever.
Oh, it made over $1 billion. I always forget that.
Yeah, isn't it the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
So absolutely they're gonna milk that.
Oh. I didn't. Okay.
And Jeremy loves Joker.
One day we're gonna go in depth on how I feel about Joker, but that
Okay,
is not today.
alright.
I already ranted about Coneheads. I'm so feeling lightheaded.
We should have done that for Shakes the Clown.
Well, we already went into my whole backstory with clowns. If we ever encounter a clown again, I guess that'll be our Joker.
Okay.
Joker
And
alert.
who knows? We can encounter a clown at any point during our day.
Why would you say that to me?
Well,
That's so dark.
We can never be sure that there won't be a clown.
I just want it to be known that last time Max and I hung out, he brought a clown nose to antagonize me. Did you not? Did you
It
not?
was not to antagonize you.
Oh yeah.
You were there when we bought it at the Halloween store.
And you
At
just thought you
Spirit-
looked
Spirit
cool.
Halloween?
You just thought you looked cool.
I did. I looked fantastic in my clown nose.
You did. I'm not gonna lie. You rocked it.
Yeah,
I do trust you as a clown. But that's because.
it's good. That's what I want.
What? Anyways, Joker's not going to be the highest R-rated movie for long because Deadpool 3 is coming out soon and Disney's going to market the heck out of it. So, I mean, yeah, good for Ari Aster, good for whatever, but I'm not looking forward to that movie just because I have Joker prejudice. And it's going to be very different, I'm sure, but it sounds so similar just based off, like, the log line.
Yeah, the character description is literally like, you could use that for Joker.
And I think I read, like, he wanted Joaquin for this role. And I was like, okay, well, we're doing this again. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's about everything.
I guess
we
we're
wanted to
done
talk
here.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to maybe spin, maybe take a little spin-a-rooski on the old
wheel?
the old Sandler wheel?
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Play the theme.
The wheel.
Oh my God, Joe Dirt.
Oh, we got.
That's David Spade, right?
It is David Spade. We got Joe Dirt. If you're not familiar, with
Audience, we got Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt is a David Spade character that has 2 films.
Oh, we gotta watch them both then.
Yeah.
Great.
I said to you, what did I say to you this week, Max?
Said no more double features.
I said I can't, because I can't keep doing these double features, man. They get to my head.
You know, it's what we gotta do for the audience.
Not only is Joe Dirt 2 movies, but one came out in 2004 and one came out in like 2015.
Oh yeah, that recent, right?
So like, but that means like it's, you know how I feel about comedies where the sequel's like a decade later.
Yeah.
It never.
Borat.
Borat is the exception that proves the rule.
Okay, I'm worried that Rob Schneider might be in these.
Oh, we've been free of him for so long. Don't speak that
It was
into
actually
existence.
only the first episode that we've had Rob Schneider.
This is also our last wheel spin.
Oh my God, yeah, really?
Yeah, this is our last. I just realized because episode 8 we have something special plans, and this is gonna be episode 7, Joe Dirt.
Wow.
So this is that's what we're doing next week. Relax.
I know what he's saying.
There's no way Rob Schneider's in this, and if he is, I'm gonna get angry. he's googling. I'm gonna fill for time while Max googles whether. How are you guys doing today?
Walken's in it.
That's great. I hope your day's been going okay. I ate some chili today. It was pretty good, but not great. I mean, what constitutes a good chili from a great chili, in my opinion, is like when you bite into it.
He's not in it.
Thank God.
So we're safe.
I'm so happy. I think we're gonna finish out this semester with no more Rob Schneider.
Ooh, yeah,
I don't know about our special 8th episode movie, but I think we're good.
Just keep in mind, every movie we watch without Rob Schneider means that there's another with Rob Schneider coming.
Oh, God. Anyways, that's it for the Sandler Files this week. Thank you so much for listening. I've been Jeremy Conte.
And I've been Max Dreesen.
If you want to keep up with us, you can check us out on @the_Sandler_Files on Twitter. I'm @JConte1 on Instagram.
And I'm MaxTrax2001 also on Instagram.
Woo! That's a great name.
Yay!
Woo, doggy. Yeah, that's it. I think we're good. We will see you next week with Joe Dirt.
Mama.
How dare you?
I will beat you up right now. Come here. Come here.